What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, girl. Girl. I just made a video where I was just going off on everybody because it's just a culmination of things. I don't like. See, that's why I don't like this. I need another roller. I don't like to roll super big joints. I don't because it's not necessary. I'm not, unless you're smoking with somebody else. I don't need a super large joint. Even though yesterday I was actually craving a blunt, I was like, I'm gonna smoke out of some cigar paper, but I didn't go get it. I was just like, forget it. Even though I was under the weather. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. We are down here. Even though I was under the weather yesterday, look at that. Even though I was under the weather yesterday, I'd still walk to the taqueria and had me some menudo for breakfast. And I met one. Me and my oldest son walked up there, and then the youngest one, he was on a run. So when he was done with his run, he came up to the taqueria because when he went home, nobody was home. So he was like, "Where are y'all at?" And we were up at the taqueria. So he came up there, and then they had their burritos, and I had my menudo, their breakfast burritos, and I had my menudo. And then I came back home and I got in the bed and I've just been online watching stuff about David and stuff like that. I already talked about that, and that set off the tone for the rest of the video. Just talking about, you know, the socialized men, So I said I wanted to talk about Salt Lake City. So we're going to go ahead and talk about Salt Lake City with this video. So let me get to my notes. And Salt Lake City, the first episode was really good. It was really good. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know you stopped by. Hype the video up. And let's get down to it, okay? So they're taking an RV trip. The ladies are taking an RV trip. Mary and Angie K have scheduled a trip for the women, but Angie did most of the planning because Mary is not planning no RV trip or no camping trip. So it was Angie that did most of the planning. I love the way the series began with them using those like almost like high 8 cameras, the old video recorders that Brittany, I do not like her. I do not like. I feel like she's a gaslighting narcissist. I do not like that lady. I do not like her personality. It's like her, like it's like it reminds me of Ray J, like somebody who's like, everything is a joke, everything is funny. These announcements that she makes, I do not like that lady. I'm sorry. It's something very sinister about her, like something very dark about Britney's aura that I can't get jiggy with. I don't like it. It seems very manipulative, calculating, gaslighting. It seems very like she's just not. I couldn't trust her. I wouldn't be able to trust that lady at all. Um, but she bought those cameras. I thought the cameras were a cute idea for the girls, so they can have their own videos and then they can add them into the story. And it has that little, thing around it, like a VHS tape where it says record and stuff. So it looks kind of cute at the beginning. They will be sleeping in the RV, which I think is a recipe for disaster. Um, who can't stand everyone? So they said there's 5 ongoing disputes with the women. There's some women who are not in a good place. Lisa Barlow is not in a good place with a lot of the women. Bronwyn is back. Bronwyn is another one. Like, I started off liking Bronwyn, but as like her character develops, she's another one. I just was like, I like Angie. I like Mary. Um, Whitney, she's, here or there. She's like Monique Samuels to me. She's here or there for me, even though she keeps a lot of shit stirred up. Heather is such a fucking pick me. I can't stand it. Whatever, she needs to go to therapy to get rid of that high school mindset where she's like she's on the outs of the cool girls, and so she does whatever she can to maintain relationships with the cool girls, and the cool girls are Lisa Barlow. Meredith is just there. Meredith can really be a friend of the show. But like I said, Bronwyn, the 2 newer girls, I like Angie. I do. There's something I like Angie. I feel like Angie comes with good intentions, and I feel like she doesn't let people talk to her any kind of way. So I like Angie. I don't particularly care for Bronwyn. I go back and forth with Bronwyn, but that her line about that necklace, that didn't sit right with me. And then Brittany, I think she's just like a dark, she's like darkness. Like it's something about her that it just feels very untrustworthy, is what I get from her. So they're all outside of the beauty lab waiting for to go off on their trip, and an RV pulls up, and everybody's looking like, "What?" And somebody said, "Who was it?" Meredith. She was like, "I don't understand." Girl, when she said when that RV pulled up, and she was like, I don't understand. Like, what? Where are we going in a recreational vehicle? Where are we going? I thought that was so funny. Bronwyn says she doesn't know how she'll be on the RV because she's a germaphobe. You're a germaphobe. And somebody said, "How are you a germaphobe when last season we saw dog shit on your floor? You ain't no goddamn germaphobe." It's Bronwyn too. It's like what I think what happens with the girls, they get on this show and they think they're supposed to act a certain way. Like even her line about that necklace, right? She felt like she needed to do that to kind of let them know, like, I'm that girl, right? But you're not that girl because you didn't buy the necklace and you were lying. And I don't like that. Like, I don't think that was, that changed the taste in my mouth for Bronwyn. So they start taking shots, and then all of a sudden a SWAT team pulls up, right? These men with says SWAT on the back. They want to talk to Whitney Rose. Whitney was like, "What do they want to talk to me for?" And so then they were like, "Oh my God, we're having flashbacks from when that fucking weirdo, narcissist, psychopath, sociopath, Jen Shaw was on the show, and the cops came to get Jen Shaw, and she like quickly left." And they were like, "Oh, she's not here." So they were having flashback. Well, it turns out those guys were strippers. I don't know what was the point of having strippers right before you go on a trip. I felt like it didn't make sense to me. And I was like, why wasn't this a part of them leaving? Anyways, so they're about an hour away from where they're going to be. Mary can't stand Brittany. And I'm like, the way that Mary feels about Brittany, like, I just don't, like a ick. It's something about her I don't like. They were saying it's about an hour away, and then Mary said, "Maybe we can drop you off," talking to Brittany. Get the fuck out. And then Brittany says to Mary, "You're so cute when you're rude." So on the bus, the girls are asking, "Where's Lisa? Where's Lisa?" Lisa's not coming. Lisa said that she had another event, but she also said she was under the weather. Angie, she wasn't clear. Angie says, "I don't think she wants to spend the night with Bronwyn." But she also said she had a work thing. And she says, "I'll be with Ben Affleck and you'll be with Bronwyn." Oh, Lisa Barlow. Do I like Lisa Barlow? I do love in a woman's personality where she don't let people talk to her any kind of way. I love that about women. Like, you're not going to be able to talk to me any kind of way. I'm not going to allow you to talk to me crazy. I like that Lisa doesn't allow people to talk to her any kind of way. But I don't like that she like starts yelling and talking over, like, and then like she does a lot of the rumor stuff, right? Like, I can't wait until we get to the scene where she tells Bronwyn that she's sucking gout dick, girl. Like that kind of shit. I love it. Get her ass together, back a bitch up off you. I like women with those personalities where I'm gonna say whatever I need to say to back you the fuck up off me. So I go back and forth with Lisa, but the ones that I like the most are Angie and Mary. And I don't even like Mary that much, but like I like her confessionals. I like her confessionals because she just says what she wants. Like, I like that part of their personality where I'm just going to say what the fuck I want to say, and I'm not going to let you talk to me crazy. So I'm down with that. Whitney, I think it's Bronwyn because she's not working. And then they were like, "Yeah, she is working." So Whitney's trying to throw shade, saying that Lisa's not working. Well, what else is she doing, right? Well, doesn't she owe a whole bunch of people? So apparently Lisa got some lawsuits going on, some unpaid, I don't know if it's unpaid wages, but she has a lot of lawsuits going on. So when Whitney says that, Brittany gets upset because she feels like, why are you talking about Lisa and she's not here to defend herself? Brittany says, don't drag her. Your business isn't doing that well either, Whitney, right? So Whitney had the Alibaba jewelry, and after Lisa said that it was Alibaba, I think that literally tarnished Whitney's jewelry business. No pun intended, but it did tarnish the jewelry business. And it's because she made that claim that her jewelry came from Alibaba and she was just marking it up and reselling it. But I can't imagine you reselling like pieces that like are gold and then they're like fading. Because I feel like if you get it from Alibaba, it will either tarnish or the gold will start fading off of it. So I feel like if you are like a Whitney Rose, you would be selling like real gold that doesn't change. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't change. Like you can wear it in salt water. You can wear it, you can wear it in all the things, or getting the kind of jewelry where the gold overlay is real and underneath it's a material that it doesn't allow tarnishing. You know what I'm saying? Because this right here is like that, and I get this is all this is gold, but this one is like a overlay. But I've worn that when I was in Mexico. I wore this in the salt water. I wore this to take a shower. I haven't taken it off since I got it, and there's no fading, no tarnishing, no nothing. So but I can't imagine buying it from Alibaba and it not changing colors or turning your finger green or something like that. So when after Lisa said that about Whitney's business, I believe that really messed up Whitney's business. So Whitney spent a lot of money on that, and she even got a tattoo of like one of the jewelry pieces, like a tattoo of it. But I think that really affected her business, and so she's not doing well. And so when Brittany was like, your business is not doing that well at all. And then Whitney kind of came out and was like, I know my business isn't doing well, but how dare you, blah, blah, blah. And then Whitney says to her, what do you do for money, Brittany? Suck dick? I said, yes, that's what I like. Back that bitch off of you. She was like, what? Brittany says, well, she's like a sister to me. When has Lisa Barlow been like a sister to you, bitch? That's what I'm talking about. When? Lisa don't fucking like you. I think Lisa is the type of person where she only likes you if you can do something for her. Like that's who she would consider friends with somebody. Mary said, when they get to the campsite, Mary said, it's mud, it's trees, it looks like it's haunted. How did my name get attached to this? So it was time to eat. Brittany brings out the video cameras and says, we can all keep, a video diary of our fun weekend getaway. So then they start talking about Lisa and the lawsuits that she has going on that's happening in the blogs and accusations and things like that. Bronwyn acts like she knows something more than what's actually happening. But again, Bronwyn is weird like that. She's like, who was it that was like telling half of the story and like allowing you to come up with the narrative, right? Bronwyn, and then when it comes back to her, she can say, I didn't say that. Like, I'll make a suggestion. Phaedra does the same thing. Phaedra Parks, school face, trout mouth heathen. She does the same thing, where she will make a suggestion about something that will be like, and you'll be like, maybe, I don't know. Is that real? Is that true? And then you start coming up with your own narrative because she doesn't give you enough information. Phaedra uses the power of suggestion. And I feel like Bronwyn does the same thing, where you will create your own narrative from the bits and pieces that she has told you, right? So then when it comes back to her, she can say, I didn't say that. That's something you came up with. I just said that I heard about the accusations and the lawsuits. But you acting like you know more than what's happening, like the lawsuits are legit and stuff like that. That's how Bronwyn is acting. So let's see. Bronwyn seems to know something. Going to action. She doesn't share her life. So they're saying that Lisa doesn't share her life. I think I missed one season of Salt Lake City, and I feel like Lisa does share her life. I feel like we know that Lisa does event planning. She has things going on. We know about her son going off to missionary. We know about her feeding her kids junk food all the time. We know about her. We know about her husband. Apparently, there's going to be some more stuff coming out with her and her husband this season. But I feel like we know Lisa Barlow's life. I feel like she's not keeping anything from us. I don't feel like it's necessary for you to share that you have lawsuits going on. I don't feel like that's like part of the story. Um, do y'all think like she should be like forthcoming about lawsuits she has? I don't. Especially if it's against me, I'm not sharing that. I'm gonna keep that. Y'all gonna have to find that out in the blogs. And then I'm gonna say I can't talk about it. It's an ongoing investigation. I don't something. All right, so they said she has 5 lawsuits against Lisa and her husband. Everyone has seen it. It's everywhere. Heather acts like, and Heather in her pick me fashion. I didn't hear about it. Yes, you did. You heard about it. Shut up, Heather. That's the thing I don't like about Heather. You're such a pick me. I don't like it. I didn't hear it. I'm just being a supportive friend. They said that Lisa was borrowing money, um, similar to what Jennifer did. What did Jennifer do? They said it was a bad analogy. What did Jennifer do? Angie K was saying it was like what's going on with Lisa Barlow is similar to what Jen Shaw did. But I'm like, Jen Shaw was literally committing fraud and wire transfers and taking money from old people. I don't think this is the same thing, Angie K. So I think she just wanted to say something negative about Lisa. Then Heather was like, you shouldn't be saying that out of your mouth, Angie. Then Heather said Jen is in prison where she belongs. Lisa should not be compared to Jen Shaw. And I agree. I don't think it's the same thing at all. Well, we don't know, honestly, but I hope she's not stealing from old people. Heather said, you just got caught lying about your necklace. You didn't buy it. You lied and you acted immature. Bronwyn said she acted immature to be cool. What do I say all the time? The way that girls fight, they learn how to fight in grade school. And it doesn't change. It never changes. It never changes. The way that we're socialized to be in relationship with each other as girls to women, and the way that we fight, the way that we gossip, the way that we go behind somebody's back, it does not change. The emotional intelligence of the individual may change, but the behaviors do not change. You lying, saying that you bought that necklace in order to seem cool, you're like 40 something years old or in your late 30s. What are you talking about? Why would you lie about that? And then when they ask you at the reunion, how come you didn't wear it? Well, I wanted to wear it so that I can let everybody know that it was mine, but you didn't have possession of it. And then she lied, and I think she lied when she said she bought another piece. I don't think you have any pieces from that lady. I believe that lady, what she said, even though I wouldn't do business with those people anymore because I feel like that's private, like what I bought and what I didn't buy. You shouldn't be telling anybody, so I would never patronize you anymore. But I believe that lady when she said that Lisa didn't buy anything. What would be the benefit of lying on her for that? Lisa has talked about people, so why can't we talk about it? They showed a montage about Lisa talking about everybody. Why can't we talk about Lisa? I agree. Why can't we talk about her? We're gonna talk about the lawsuits. What are we gonna talk about? So we'll see what happens this week with that. Um, Meredith discusses this with Lisa. She discussed it with Lisa. Brittany says, I have an announcement. I was engaged to the Osmond. We were engaged and then not engaged 2 weeks after. Are you still seeing him? Yes, I am. But he appears single. He acts like he's single. And I don't like that. I don't like to see a woman act like a ditz over a man. I don't like it. I think it's, first of all, you have a dark energy about yourself, and then you're acting like this Osmond is the greatest thing since sliced bread, and you keep going back and forth with him. And I just think it's pathetic. I do. They go kayaking. They do a little fly fishing. Um, that's where I stopped taking notes. So I don't know I can't remember what happened afterwards, but um, Lisa and Heather went kayaking, I think, to kind of work on their relationship. And then some of the girls were doing fly fishing, and that's where I stopped taking notes. So I don't quite remember. I'm sorry. So we'll come back this week with another video on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Y'all go ahead and tell me what you think of the first episode. It wasn't that much. It's just it's going to be it's to be continued. They get into it some more about stuff, and it's a lot of them they're not seeing eye to eye. I do like the fact that they all have known each other a long time. I think that's what's missing on Atlanta and Potomac, is that these women don't have a history of even an acquaintance history. They don't have it. I really feel like that has to be the base of the foundation of the show, is that the women need to have been in relationship with each other for at least 5 years. If you have not known this woman for 5 years, she cannot come on the show. I'm sorry. I feel like, I don't know what they're running down there at Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know what's going on with Truly Original, but I feel like something about the way that they're moving with those shows seems like an intentional sabotage of the show, not falling in line with the formula of the show, of this being a group of friends, right? It's seeming more like a game show where you come on the show and see how long you can last. And it doesn't seem, I don't know. We'll see what this new season is going to be like, because they have some new women there, but I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, go ahead and let me know what you think of the first episode of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Let's get down in the comments. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Peace.